Welcome back, everyone. When it comes to artificial intelligence and evolving technology, there are both opportunities and, of course, pitfalls. One of the biggest risks, voices and images that are created by AI and being used to scam people and businesses into losing money, sharing passwords, and a whole lot more. Joining us now to talk more about deepfakes and how they're infiltrating companies, Ari Lightman. Ari is a professor of digital media and marketing at Carnegie Mellon University. Ari, welcome to the program. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a bit about this, because we have a lot of AI people in the industry, people who are concerned about regulation down the road, and everybody says we must move slowly and carefully. So how prevalent is the problem of deepfakes and other IA-related scams for businesses, like the Arab case?
Yeah, so it's very prevalent. Unfortunately, the ones that get reported are a small fraction of the ones that actually occur. This is sort of an evolution associated with massive levels of phishing attempts that we've seen in the past. In times of uncertainty, elections, COVID, a variety of other things, people are left sort of susceptible, if you will. And we just see these escalating, especially as the technology gets more powerful.
Yeah, and look at this company, a group. I have trouble saying the name. Sorry about that. What can businesses do? I mean, they have somebody on clearly on the other end. They're using AI to act like they're members of a certain board, and then they make these wire transfers. Shouldn't there be kind of checks and balances in there to make sure this doesn't happen?
Absolutely. It's fundamental associated with business, but we really don't know all the specifications and what occurred during that exchange, that interaction. But obviously some very sophisticated technology to replicate the CFO in a sort of a digital instantiation and really convince a poor employee into a malicious attempt.
Yeah, and it's not enough to say this is a teachable moment. I mean, but are there existing laws out there, national and international, to keep up with this evolving technology? Common sense says there simply aren't.
It gets really difficult because regulations has a hard time keeping up with the pace of technology and all the improvements that are occurring. And unfortunately, when we see regulations rolled out, there's a lot of stipulations and implications associated with it. One is, who's liable, right? Is it the fraudster? Is it the social platform that might have perpetuated or collected the data in terms of the fraudster having the ability to make the deep fake? Is it the company themselves, those sorts for not having the right security protocols in place, those sorts of things. There's a couple of interesting acts that are out there that we're following.
Right.
There's the EU AI Act. There's an accord going on, the Bletchley Declaration at the AI Safety Summit and back in the Tech Accord that they had back in Munich. A bunch of countries have gotten together to talk about regulations and coordination associated with stopping deepfakes from occurring, but it becomes very difficult to roll out these legislation. You need a variety of different folks to weigh in, not just the tech companies, but also, journalists like yourself, educators, to make sure that it's a multi-pronged multi-tenant sort of effort associated with curbing deepfakes.
And we're talking important issues, and here in the United States, federal lawmakers can't even agree what color the sky is. So, trying to push through some kind of important legislation like that. So what type of international coordination is out there? What is being done against cyber crime, given the fact that it crosses borders?
Yeah, so there's a variety of different groups that are looking at multi-agency coordination, right? So, of course, the FBI is a cybercrime division, and they're working with international actors as well to try to understand stem sort of the origination, where they're getting the data from, and how they're maliciously duping the public or businesses for that matter. But the questions that come in is the legality associated with it. Every time we have sort of a gray area that occurs, it becomes sort of a fertile area for legislation. right?
Right.
And if it's not worded very carefully, you can see a lot of legislation happening, a boom for sort of legal experts to come in and argue that their client wasn't doing anything maliciously. So it really gets back to the sort of the nature of the intent associated with deepfake. Was it designed deliberately to maliciously dupe an individual, the society, public at large, or the organization?